Well, good evening and welcome to Channel 17's coverage of local prep baseball. Tonight, the Ponchatoula High Green Wave host their arch rivals, the Hammond High Tornadoes, on senior night here at historic Athletic Park. I'm Matt Greer, joined by the immortal one on the camera, Mr. Butch Lee, and my brother, Luke Greer, will be my co-host tonight.
Mom's favorite.
Luke, the Tours come in here at 8-17, 5-7 in District 6-5A. Riding a two-game win streak, though. Taking two from Covington last week, 11-1 and 7-6. Two wins from the Greenies would definitely improve their chances at a postseason berth.
Absolutely. It's been a up and down year for the Tornadoes, marred by injury. Losing a couple key players throughout, but they battled all the way through and had themselves in position to potentially make a run here.
On the other side, the Greenies, 15-13, 7-5 in District. On a three-game skid, losing to Fountain Blue and a pair to district leader North Shore. They like nothing more to end this skid with a couple of wins against their rival from up the interstate, the Hammond High Tornadoes.
Absolutely. The Greenies always come to play. It's a great rivalry. And the kids earmark this game every year on the schedule.
And as we get going here, the batter is Matthew Latino. Starting on the hill. Starting on the hill for Ponchatoula, number 23, Colin Babin. Matthew Latino takes it out to right field, and a wonderful catch made out there by Husser. But I tell you, Luke, you don't see catches like that too often.
No, not at all. It was a great play. Matthew Latino has done it all season, hit the ball hard. He's been challenged by injury as well, so it's good to see him still hitting the ball.
Next batter up for Hammond, number 9, is Griffin Tenorello. Tenorello's been pretty hot with the bat lately, too.
Absolutely. He's one of the senior leaders of this team. He battles hard.
Right down the middle. Tenorello taking that one. That fastball comes in a little low. Count 1-1. One out here, top of the first inning here at Athletic Park. Ball hit to the shortstop. Cross the diamond for the out. 2 up, 2 down. Defensively across the playing field tonight, you got Teal, Sagne, Mack, and Hutchins on the infield. You got Husser, Bailey, and Peavy in the outfield. And the battery, of course, is Babin and the John Robert Gardner behind the plate. Strike one to the batter, Kenny Bell.
Yeah, Babin's had a fantastic season. Pitched well throughout.
That's hit deep. It just gets over the head of Peavy out there. Bell's going to cruise into second. I'm going to call that a double.
Yeah, Bell's been smashing the ball all season. He's really stepped it up the last few weeks with a few home runs. Lots of long balls. Again, one of the senior leadership of the team.
He hit a big 3-run dinger against Covington, I believe.
Correct. Yeah, he's been crushing the ball. So is this young man here.
John Francis, the left fielder for Hammond. 2 gone here, top of the first. Tours have a runner on second base. First pitch swinging.
Babin throws a lot of strikes. He leads the team in ERA at a 1.167, which is phenomenal. 4 wins and 2 losses on the season. He gets it done.
According to those numbers, absolutely. That's going to bounce.
39 strikeouts, 22 walks on the year. Only 7 earned runs. That's pretty phenomenal in 5A baseball.
That's pretty productive. 1-1 Francis. It's going to be a chopper to the second baseman. Over there for the out. Torres got one to second base. So no runs off 1 hit, no errors. And we'll head to the bottom of the first inning. I'd like to mention our sponsors, our underwriters for tonight. Big Frog Custom Tees, T-shirts. They're located on Southwest Railroad Avenue across from the mall. And the Hammond Knights. Hammond Knight's always a big supporter. And the first inning tonight is brought to you by Bridges Builders. That's Glendale Bridges. Need to build a custom home, give Glendale a call. So we go to the bottom of the first, Luke. No score. Pitcher is Parise, Scott Parise.
Yeah, Scott's had a great year. Again, battled through injury for a period. But, he's one of those tricky pitchers. He deals. Got a great breaking ball.
Sophomore, is that correct?
Correct, sophomore. Locates his fastball.
Defensively around the infield for Hammond, Greer, O'Neill, Bell, and Lee. Outfield, Tenorello, Field, John Francis. The battery is Scott Parise and Ashton Dupuy. Dupuy, a transfer this year, come over from, was it Albany?
No, Breaux Bridge area.
Breaux Bridge. Hey, I was close.
Leading off of the Greenway, number 20, Chase Mack.
Here's one of the seniors leading off for the Greenies, number 20, shortstop Chase Mack. Inside. Ball in play. Off gauge Lee. That's going to be, I tell you, that's a hard play, but
yeah, I think
Lee on the arrow.
I think Lee's going to pick up the error on that one.
It's going to let Mack reach first base. Nobody out here. With another senior, number 1, Cole Sagne, the second baseman, to the plate.
Sagne is batting .259 on the season. Another leader on this team.
Well, I tell you, they're loaded with seniors. Curveball way outside.
They are. It just speaks to Coach Brucktel's program here.
I tell you, I've seen this field all my life. They have this field looking very, very good. Deep shot, but it will be foul.
Very deep and very foul.
It's one of them loud foul balls, which will even the count at 1-1.
Yeah, they have the field looking great. I believe they resurfaced this in the offseason.
I believe that's Mr. Van Pran in charge of that.
Yep.
Parise checks the runner, Mack.
Yeah, it's a good turnout tonight for senior night here in Ponchatoula.
They always support their school very well. There goes Mack. Dupuy with the throw. I tell you, the ball was there. I don't know if they'd have got him.
Nah.
The ball did pop out of O'Neill's glove.
I think
he was going to be there anyway.
Yeah, I think Mack got there just the same time the ball did.
He had a great jump. Stolen base by Mack. Green Wave threatening here. 2-1 the count to Sagne. Priest checks the runner and deals. Outside. 3-1.
The scouting report on Parise is that he does throw a lot of strikes. You won't see him walk many throughout the course of the game.
It might be one of those cases where we have two very similar pitchers here. Ball in play to Gage Lee. Again, off his chest. He did the wise thing there.
Yeah, it's another error.
Sagne hustling down the line. He was not going to get him. Gage seems to be having some trouble. That ball coming off that grass over there at third base.
Yeah, there's a lot of shadows creeping in right now.
Nevertheless, 2 errors, 2 runners on. The batter is Colin Husser, who had that great catch in the top of the first. That is smoked down the left field line, but foul.
Husser's batting .329 on a year.
He's got some size to him.
Absolutely. 4 home runs on the season.
And I'm going to apologize, folks, ahead of time. My voice has gone out over the weekend.
Sounds better.
Yeah, Hustler's their big RBI guy. He's got 20 on the season.
Hot shot. That's a base hit. That's probably going to score one. Oh, look at this. I tell you what, Luke. John Francis.
He's got a rocket.
The kid can throw the ball. That's usually going to score one. But with Francis's arm from left field, that made Mac check up.
Yeah, if he can get behind the ball, he can throw anyone out anywhere.
Nevertheless, bases full for the Greenies with the cleanup batter, the senior Justin Hutches at the plate. Good pitch on the outside corner.
Hutch is batting .273 on the year.
He has a chance to pick up some RBIs right here. Slow curveball, and he waited on it. That's going to score one.
Yep, he hit it on the button.
Yeah, it timed it out perfectly. And Parise in kind of a jam here with nobody out. 1-0 Green Wave. Base is still loaded. Number 3, John Robert Gardner to the plate. With a chance to pad this lead here in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, John Roberts, a great kid.
Parise's pitch is high. 1 ball, no strikes.
Gardner's batting .250 on the year. About the pleasure of watching this kid grow up and get better every year he plays.
Outside, it's going to be ball 2. His mother, Miss Amber, sitting back here to our left. She helped me get everything together before the game. I forgot my highlighter, my pen.
She's one of the true great baseball moms.
And I tell you, that was called a strike, but that was a little wide, if you ask me.
A little bit outside.
Just a bit outside, as Bob Euchre used to say. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jammed him, and that's going to go foul and even to count at 2-2. Once again, this first inning brought to you by Bridges Builders. Need a custom house built? Give Glendale a call. That's going to fill it up. That wasn't far off from that called strike.
Nah, it's a little bit wider than the other one, but you know.
3-2. Foul ball.
John Robert gets a piece of that one. Staying alive here.
Reese reached back for a little something extra there. It seemed like the velocity picked up on that pitch.
Yeah, these two have history as well. They play summer ball together for a travel showcase team, so they want to beat each other.
Oh, yeah. Well, you get that more and more nowadays. All these kids know each other. They play summer leagues together, travel ball, what have you. That's going. Oh, he's going to punch him out. That's where he called that other strike. Now, I tell you what, I got no problem with that. If you're consistent all night with that, that's where it is.
Sure, you're going to call the corner? Call the corner. Make sure you call it both ways.
So Gardner down on strikes. That'll bring in another senior, Cody Flynn. 1 out. Base is still loaded for the Green Wave. Parise to deliver the pitch. Foul ball. Strike 1.
Flynn, another one of the seniors that was honored tonight.
7 seniors in his starting lineup.
8. Oh, 7 starters. You're correct. I'm sorry.
Nice pitch.
That was a nasty breaking ball from Parise.
Nice breaking ball by Parise. Flynn tried to hold up and pull the trigger on it. Just got under it.
That's his MO. He lives on the corners with the breaking stuff. No
balls, 2 strikes. That was an outside pitch. He's trying to get Flynn to chase there.
Yeah, a bit of a wasted pitch there.
Flynn wasn't biting.
These guys are very disciplined at the plate.
Another breaking ball.
Yeah.
Flynn got a piece of that one.
Yeah, Paris faced injury early in the season, but has battled back.
What was his injury? It was an arm?
It was GERD. He was seen by one of the orthopedics.
Good looking pitch on the outside corner. Going to be a ball. You can hear Hammond to our right, Ponchatoula to our left, so you'll be able to know which way the call goes. There's that breaking ball. There's Kenny Bell. His only play is going to be at 1. That will score the run as Saunier comes in and make it 2-0 Green Wave. Flynn picking up the RBI. 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Runners at second and third. Senior Nick Teal to the plate. I know Nick's dad, Rodney. Paris set to pitch. That's going to be high and outside. Ball 1.
Teal gets on base a good bit.
High and outside again for ball 2.
12 walks on the year. 6 reach on error, which means that he hit the ball somewhere really hard.
Came back inside, got the called strike to bring the count to 2-1. Yeah, 12 walks. You're looking at a kid that's patient at the plate. It's got a good eye. High again from Paris. So take it to 3-1. Swinging. That was that same location that earlier fastball was.
Yeah.
Now to bring it full.
Scott is a very experienced pitcher.
Payoff pitch. Foul. You don't see number 0 too often.
No, not very often.
Do you just say 0? Do you say ought? Or what do you say?
Nairn.
Nairn? Nil?
I like it. Something different.
Jammed him. Infield pop up. Gage Lee calls for it and has it. And that'll end the inning. 2 runs. We had a couple of errors. 3 hits. Your score, Ponchatoula High 2, Hammond High 0. Here we go for the second inning. Leading off for the Tornadoes, Ashton Dupuy. And that is hit directly out to the right fielder.
Yeah, Dupree's been crushing the ball here lately. Unfortunately, just right to another player.
Colin Hustler barely had to move. 1 pitch, 1 out. This inning brought to you by the Hammond Knights. To the plate is number 19. Do you happen to know this kid?
Yeah, I feed him. Put a roof over his head every now and then.
This is my nephew, Luke's son, Mason Greer, playing first base for Hammond. He's a junior. They checked the swing, and safe is the call, bringing the count to 2-0. And I tell you, Mason has a knack of getting hit by pitches, Luke. And
the team.
not this time. That's a line drive hit to left field. Greer aboard.
Just to finish that thought, he leads the team in hit by pitch.
I figured he did.
Yeah.
Coming to the plate, his buddy and pitcher, Scott Parise. And he really got a hold of that one, Luke. I know that makes you proud.
Yeah, he turned on it pretty well. It's a great pitcher as well, so.
Breaking ball, Parise gets a piece of that. Gage Lee, the third baseman, on deck.
Yeah, Parise is the youngest player on the starting roster for the Tornadoes as a sophomore. Played
Babbins.
varsity and lettered last year as a freshman.
Babbins pitch a little high. Count is 1-1. To second for one, to first for two. And that'll put an end to the Tornadoes at the top of the second inning. A twin killing by the Ponchatoula Green Wave. Nice defense we're seeing. They're flashing the leather here at Athletic Park. Leading off the bottom of the second inning for Ponchatoula. Another senior, Hunter Bailey. Popular name in the Ponchatoula area. Parise still on the hill for Hammond High. Bailey squares the bunt. It is a called strike. But I tell you, Luke, you couldn't have picked a better night for baseball.
That's absolutely beautiful.
Bailey hits it to Lee, across the diamond to Greer for the first out.
2-pitch at bat.
Which will bring up another popular name in Ponchatoula. Number 19, Gabe Peavy. He jumps on the first pitch, and that is skied. Greer under it, and that's two gone.
And this is the Scott Parise we're used to seeing, ground balls, pop-ups. It's like he may have settled in a little bit.
Back to the top of the order for the Greenies.
Ever dangerous Chase Mack.
Chase Mack. Two down here. Good pitch on the outside corner.
Yeah, the umpire's giving
Strike
him
one.
consistent.
Hey, like we said earlier, he's consistent on that. Once again, the second inning brought to you by the Hammond Knights. That one is outside, ball one. Ground ball to Brennan O'Neill. Over to Greer. Out is the call. 3 up, 3 down for Parise. And we will head to the third inning. No runs, no hits, no errors in that inning. And look, I'd like to take this opportunity to wish someone very dear to my heart a happy birthday. Miss Elizabeth Greer.
Yeah, she's the best. Everybody loves Liz.
And then there was something else important happening today. Oh, it's tax day, Butch.
Yep.
Did you get your taxes done?
Unfortunately.
There's something else, though. I can't remember what it was. Oh, happy birthday, Luke.
Mom's favorite child was born.
My big brother, Luke, turning 49 today.
Yep. Thanks, Papa.
Underwriters for our game today, featuring the Hammond High Tornadoes and Ponchatoula Green Wave. Big Frogs, Custom Tees, and the Hammond Knights. Got Joel Satoon up there to our left, rolling the DJ out. And I see his dad, Lester, up there, who was the Strawberry King. We just
Lester is always a king.
He's been the king for years. He just hadn't been crowned.
And at the Strawberry Festival parade, he's usually dressed up as a queen.
That's right.
Thank you.
He came by as a king, then he got off and went back. He was at the end of the room.
Yeah, the Satoons are definitely the most colorful family in Ponchatoula. Always have been.
Good people, the Satoons. Gage Lee to lead things off here in the top of the third inning. Score is Ponchatoula 2, Hammond 0. Breaking ball in for a strike. Pretty pitch from Babin.
Senior Gage Lee batting for the Tornadoes.
Ball one. Lee over the top of that one to run the count to 1-2. And swings through that one. Drop third strike, and they get the out at first. We got to bring up the second baseman, number 7, Brennan O'Neill. Now, one thing I do know about O'Neill, if he gets aboard, they got to watch him because he's got wheels.
He does have wheels. He's a competitor every time he comes out.
Foul ball.
You'll be hard pressed to find another kid more intense than Brennan O'Neill.
Lee's strikeout was Babin's first of the evening. 0-1 the count to O'Neill. That's that pitch.
On that corner.
They are tearing that outside corner up, and I would stay there all night long.
He was going
That's
that way again.
high. Yeah, just a little high on that one.
Yeah.
These hitters are going to have to adjust to that.
Middle of the way.
Maybe start punching that ball into right field.
Absolutely.
And you see, that's what O'Neill was thinking right there. I guarantee it. Another drop third strike. And O'Neill is out at first. 2 up, 2 down. Babin cruising here.
Yeah, with Babin hitting that corner, you got to think middle of the way every time you get to the plate here.
This brings up the leadoff hitter, Matthew Latino. Right over the top of that one. 0-1 to Latino. Two gone here in the third inning.
Latino leads the team in batting average.
Speaking of third inning, this inning is brought to you by Genie's. It's all good. Ball in play to the second baseman. And Latino out at first. 3 up, 3 down. As I was saying, this third inning brought to you by Genie's. It's all good. Go see Jeannie McAndrew Homes at 1425 Highway 190 East. Breakfast and brunch. I tell you, Luke, if you've never been there, it's some good grub.
It is all good, trust me.
Here we go in the bottom of the third inning. Greenies enjoying a 2-run lead. Sanye, the batter. Parisa's pitch is in the dirt for ball 1. And you see the sun beginning to set here. And it makes you wonder what kind of role the shadows are going to play defensively. That pitch is in the air. O'Neill calling for it and has it. Sanye out.
Now batting, number 7, Howard Husser.
Which will bring Husser to the plate.
Yeah, Colin had a nice hit in the first inning.
He was part of that 2-run rally in the first. And that is ripped foul. Well, this kid swings a good bat, Luke.
Yes, he does. Again, another senior on this team.
Another one foul.
Yeah,
2 strikes. He's turning on those.
third baseman Gage Lee's going to get a workout tonight.
Yep. I believe that's exactly what happened. It was an error on Lee. One bounced off his chest. Parise trying that outside corner, didn't get the call.
Yeah, a little low on that one.
Not a bad pitch there with an 0-2 count. That's inside. Hammond fans wanted that call.
Yeah, that's a tough
Didn't
pitch.
get it.
Tough pitch.
2-2 the count. And he reached out for that one. Kenny Bell with it, up and thrown over to Greer. Out at first base with the nice stretch by Greer.
Yeah, good job of Kenny Bell working through the baseball there to get the out at first.
2 outs here.
Number 8, Justin Hutchins.
This brings up Justin Hutchins. As quickly as these innings are going defensively, I got to get these ads in. Don't forget, the third inning is brought to you by Jeannie's It's All Good. Go see Miss Jeannie McAndrews. Really good food. That is ripped again. That is a fair ball down the left field line. Hutchins rounds first. Pulls up into second with a stand-up double. Two-out double by Hutchins,
Now batting, number 3, John Robert Gardner.
which will bring up Gardner. Another RBI situation for Gardner. Just a bit outside. Ball 1.
Yeah, Hutchins is 2 for 2 on the evening with an RBI.
Breaking ball. Hutchins gets a piece. I'm sorry, Gardner. Brings the count to 1-1. Parise checks the runner and deals.
Jackie. And it got it.
Now Bell fielded the ball and opted to go to Gage Lee. Hutchins sliding in, knocked the ball free from Lee's hand.
Yeah, it was a bang-bang play. You know, the ball arrived the same time Hutchins did. Clean slide into the bag.
So Gardner, the catcher, will be replaced by number 16, courtesy runner.
Blaine,
Flynn will be the batter.
I believe it's Blaine McMorris.
That is correct. Blaine McMorris, the courtesy runner for Flynn. Sorry, Gardner. Runners at first and third. 2 outs.
After 2 quick outs, Tornadoes find themselves in trouble again.
You know, Bell moving to his right, I understand the play. It might have been a little difficult to get the runner at first. Foul ball by Flynn, 0-1.
They always say go with the ball, you know, just instincts kicked in there.
Well, and you also got to credit Hutchins because he slid into the play.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't give up on it, and the ball came loose.
Yep, nice clean slide to the bag.
Ball's high. We had a throw down. McMorris kind of on a delay. Dupuis was going to have him dead at second.
Yeah, Ponchatoula was trying to steal a run home there.
They were looking to get it back home. O'Neal able to keep it in front of him and not, if it goes out in the center field, now you got real problems.
Sure.
1-1 the count.
Both runners now in scoring position.
Reese outside, ball gets away.
Dupuy blocked it up. Just squirted out from underneath him.
I believe Hutch's view was blocked. He couldn't see that ball rolling away
Yeah, that's
from
a tough one.
Dupuy, so he had to check up. 2 balls, 1 strike to Flynn, who waves at that one. Bring the count to 2-2. 2 on. Parise tries the outside corner again. Foul ball.
He waved off the initial call from Dupuy there.
There was that breaking ball again. Another one off Lee. And that is going to be an error and a run. Flynn picking up the RBI. Brings the score 3-0 Green Wave. Nick Teal, the batter. Runners at first and second.
Yeah, those errors are very, very costly.
A little low for ball 1. Yeah, Lee's having some trouble picking that bounce up off that grass at third base. It's going to come in a little low on that one as well. 2-0, the count to Teal.
Yeah, every one of these kids from Ponchatoula can hit the ball well.
We already know Teal's patient. That's getting out to right field. But right at the right fielder, Griffin Tenorello for the 3rd out. In the inning, 1 run off 1 hit. There was 2 errors, 2 left on. And we'll head to the top of the 4th inning. Your score, Green Wave 3, Hammond High 0. Here we go in the 4th inning. Leading off for Hammond, Griffin Tenorello, as I'm joined by my good buddy, Ponchatoula alumni, Darren Landry.
Hey, how you doing, Mac? Thanks for having me up here.
Darren, I know you're no stranger to this field.
No, I fortunately got to play on this field and got to watch my brothers, 2 brothers play on this field, and so far 4 of my sons on this field. So yeah, I've made many a game here.
A lot of ball players in that Landry family. Of course, the one we probably miss the most is Charlie.
Yeah, I mean he was special. I mean we love him all, but he was special. Everybody who knew him know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely, and you remember him even more so when you have a weekend like we just had, Strawberry Festival. Come by the booth, get some food, spend some money for that scholarship that y'all sponsor.
Yeah, we're fortunate enough to be able to have a booth at the Strawberry Festival. Actually, we have 2 now, and all the money we raise there and the golf tournament we do in the fall, we give back in the form of scholarships, usually in a $5,000 amount. So whenever we have a good festival, we're fortunate enough to give 2. Sometimes with a good festival and a good golf tournament, we can give 3, which is $15,000 in scholarships a year in his name to help kids go to a 4-year college.
That's incredible. How many years in a row is this now?
We've been 19 years. We've been given this scholarship. This will be this year here next month will be the 20th. We started back in 2000, so yeah, it's 19.
Tenorello goes down on strikes, which I believe is Babin's 3rd punch out of the night. 1 out here as Kenny Bell comes to the plate. Kenny had a double back in the top of the 1st, but he was stranded at second base. Talking to my good friend Boo Boo Landry, ex-Greenie, ex-LSU Tiger, and speed kills there, huh, Darren?
What's that? I'm sorry. I was watching that coach.
Yeah, Kenny's got wheels. slow dribble to the third baseman, and that had trouble written all over it with someone as fast as Kenny Bell.
We got a good game going here, man. I mean, it looked like it might get out of hand in the first inning, but Paris fought out of a jam, and we got a 3-run game here. It's a good game.
I mean, he was lucky to get away with only giving up 1 in last inning. John Francis, the batter. Francis had a big home run against Covington last week, as did Bell. If you remember the games I mean, some of those old Ponchatoula Hammond games were just raucous.
Yeah.
I mean, stands were full, people were nuts. I remember them kicking Coach Martin out of a game at Reimers, and he went out to the outfield stands and was calling the plays from out there.
I mean, you had some guys, a lot of guys that went on to play at the next level too. Yeah, you had Noah, Kenyatta, Bernard, with Hammond, and you had a bunch of guys that went on to play at the next level that were involved in those games.
So much talent through the Hammond, Ponchatoula area, and that continues to this day. One of those talents, of course, you and your brother, Charlie Landry. We miss him dearly.
Yeah, we do. But I want to thank everybody who participates and who helps us out. We couldn't do this without all the family help and friends and all the support from the local community that come out. And every year we see a lot of the same people coming out and buying a po' boy from us. Every year we have the same people come out to our golf tournament. We couldn't do it without them, and we're fortunate enough to live in a community like this where people will support something good like that.
Kenny Bell swipes second on a close play.
Very close play.
If you've never been out to the Strawberry Festival and gone by and gotten a po' boy from the Landrys, you're missing out. Not only is the food outstanding, it's for a wonderful cause. The Charlie Landry Scholarship just does wonderful things for some of our young student athletes. And it's a testament to the good people around here. You know what I mean, Boo-Boo?
Yeah, it is. It's for us, as a family, friends and family who give the scholarship, it's good to see those guys and ladies and guys who have gotten a scholarship come back and say hello, come back and visit us, come back and help us work in the Strawberry at the Strawberry Festival. Their families do. That just shows how much they appreciate it, and we're going to keep doing it as long as we can.
Well, you've got our support. I'm one of those fortunate people that knows the Landry family fairly well, and I'm a better man for it. So, Darren, I appreciate you coming up and chatting with us. Give my best to everybody. Good luck to the Greenies.
Thank you, Boo-Boo. We love you, man. Landry family, one of the finest families in all of Tangipahoa Parish. Always willing to give back and always together as a family. You get one, you get them all. We definitely thank Darren for taking the time to come out and see us.
While we were away, John Francis draws a walk, and on a pass ball, Bell takes third. 1 out here. Runners first and third for Hammond. Babin checks Francis over there at first base. Of course, Francis can fly too.
Yeah, lots of speed on the bases.
Wouldn't be surprised if he takes off. Babin well aware of that.
Bell's only been caught 1 time this year stealing.
Dupuy, the batter, from the left side. All right, now they've got Francis picked off, but they got to play it safe because they don't want Bell to come in. And that was a smart play by Teal.
Yeah, he was going on first move. He got him to go and break. Again, Tornado's trying to steal a run there as well. Smart play there to block it up and get it back to the pitcher.
Ball's high.
A little bit up.
1 ball, no strikes to Dupuy, the catcher.
Dupuy's almost a full-time Deadpool hitter as he pops it up.
Ball is called by Teal and caught by Teal. 2 outs. Greer, the batter. You know, we were talking to Darren Landry. Darren played first base for Ponchatoula, and your son plays first base for Hammond. I don't know, maybe a little different build, about the same height, I think. I don't know. Darren used to hit it a ton. But, yeah, nice little hit. First inning, nice little line drive to left field, 1-for-1 on the day.
Yeah, he's been a tough out all season. Hopefully he can battle here.
That's going to be a strike.
Yeah, breaking ball right down the middle.
There's a prime chance for RBIs here, and Hammond sure does need them.
They
Down
do.
3-0. I mean, the game's not out of hand. That's high. Good job by is that Gardner?
The John Robert Gardner.
John Robert Gardner.
Blocking it up behind the mounts. They popped him
Up in the air. The right fielder calls it off. Husser coming in to make that play. And thank you, Butch, because I haven't got that in yet. Fourth inning is brought to you by, once again, our friends, the Hammond Knights, who is also one of our underwriters for today, along with Big T, Big Frog Custom Tees, over there on Southwest Railroad Avenue next to U-Haul. Crossing the mall, go see my friend Joey Marceau. Get a T-shirt made. All right, we're back leading off the bottom of the fourth inning. Hunter Bailey, the senior center fielder. I tell you, it's 3-0 Green Wave here, Luke, and that was the first real big threat Hammond's put up. Weren't able to cash in on that one.
Yeah, Babbins.
That's deep to right, and that's a fair ball. Bailey into second base. Stand up double by the senior Hunter Bailey. Green Wave back in business.
Bailey
Here in the bottom of this fourth inning, sponsored by the Hammond Knights.
Bailey's 1 for 2 on the evening.
Now batting, the 19, Gabe Peavy.
Another senior.
Gabe Peavy hitting from the left side. Outside.
Peavy's 0 for 1 on the night.
1 ball, no strikes, nobody out here in the Green Wave half of the fourth inning. A little low, blocked up by Dupuy to keep Bailey in check at second base. And the sun is set and the lights have come on, so no more shadows to blame.
No. Good evening from Athletic Park.
Oh my goodness, that has hit a ton. I believe it's going to be deep enough. It is. It'll get Bailey to third base on a sac fly by Peavy.
Yeah, he crushed that.
Tenorello had his back to the wall. 1 out. The leadoff hitter Chase Mack to the plate. Paris deals. Now, I tell you, that's that spot he's been calling all night, and he didn't call it that time. Maybe a little low.
Yeah, it was down.
That's outside, 2-0. 1 out. Hunter Bailey at third base. Inside. 3-0.
I believe he has reached on error twice tonight and scored a run.
To Chase Mack. And that's going to be a 4-pitch walk to the senior shortstop Mack, and that'll bring up another senior in Cosanye as Coach Cole Catalano on his way to the mound to speak to his pitcher. Once again, we'd like to thank our underwriters. We could not be on the air tonight without Big Frog Custom Tees, plus much more. They got all kind of stuff in there, Luke, that you can have embroidered. There's pens and cups and you name it. You need something like that done, you'll see Joey Marceau over there next to U-Haul. That's Big Frog Tees across from the mall. And, of course, our good buddies over at the Hammond Knights, Mike Latino, Eric Wells, David Milton.
Always willing to help out.
They're always there to help out. Of course, I'm only naming a few of them. I don't want to leave anybody out, but the whole group, just a great group of guys. So the chat at the mound is over. Sanye at the plate. That's down Main Street, strike one.
Paris is at 69 pitches on the evening. So his pitch count is manageable through 4 innings.
Now with 1 out, I'm curious to see if Coach Brechtel is going to send Mack.
I'm sure he'll get him in motion some way, somehow.
0-1 the count. Timeout called. Yeah, let's clean that plate off, Luke.
Yep. It's more better.
Only Butch can see that plate.
I can't even see it.
Go ahead.
That evens the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. To the hitter, Sanye. Reese's pitch. Tries that outside corner, does not get the call. 2-1 is the count.
Yeah, it's a little bit further out than it needed to be.
Outside. 3-1. Ponchatoula Fayetteville don't agree with that pitch. May have been a little high. But when you're taking all the way and you start your movement towards first base, a lot of times that umpire is going to ring you up.
Way outside.
No chance to do it there, as that is ball 4. Sanye takes a stroll down to first base. And this brings up Colin Husser, who could do a lot of damage right here, Luke.
Yeah, Husser's a beast, man.
Now, I'm no pitching coach, but I'd be keeping this pitch down.
Yeah, he's 1 for 2 on the evening.
You see that one in the dirt. Ball 1.
Husser's got a long, tall frame, batting .329 on the year.
Yeah. And you're in one of those predicaments here. You got bases juiced. Great hitter at the plate. Infield fly rule in effect as Bell collects it for the second out.
That's a huge out for the Tornadoes.
Yeah, Paris needed that one.
Yes, he did.
Now it takes the sac fly off. But as a consolation prize, you get Mr. Hutchins to the plate. who can hit it a ton as well. Outside.
2 hits tonight.
Ball one.
He's 2 for 2 tonight with 2 hits, a run scored, and an RBI.
Productive already for Mr. Hutchins. Wonder if he's any relation to my friend Mike Hutchins. Parise jams him there. Foul ball, bringing the count to 1-1.
It's always cool to see the fans react to the ball coming back to the net.
Looked like it was coming right back at Butch. Jammed him again. I think that one's going to get out of play.
Hi-oh.
Everybody wake up. Fans are still streaming in here, Luke. Of course, Ponchatoula was here early for their senior night. Hutchins skies one out in the right field for Griffin Tenorello, who takes it in for the 3rd out here in the bottom of the 4th inning, which was brought to you by the Hammond Knights. They had a hit. They had a couple on. They weren't able to put one across. The score remains Ponchatoula Green Wave 3, Hammond High 0. Starting off the top of the 5th inning with pitcher Scott Parise, Gage Lee on deck, and Brennan O'Neill in the hole.
Scott's 0 for 1 going into this at-bat.
Swing and a miss, strike 1 to Parise. 3-0 Wave, off 4 hits. Hammond has 3 hits of their own. Not able to push any of those across the plate, though.
Not yet. Ponchatoula's had the timely hit.
Well, that, and I would say some miscues by the Hammond defense has led to that score as well.
Absolutely.
2-1 the count to Parise. Fouled
You can't
off.
give a great baseball team extra chances throughout the course of the game. It will beat you every time.
Oh, yeah. Especially with a team that has 7 seniors on it. They're gonna make it hurt. Parise hits this one straight to the right fielder. That's Mr. Husser out there.
He's getting a workout, man. He's had a lot of line drives hit right to him.
Well, Husser had a beautiful catch in the 1st inning. The last few have been right at him. So 1 out here, top of the 5th. Senior Gage Lee at the plate.
Lee struck out last time up.
Right down the middle. Fastball.
Babin continues to deal. He's only thrown 54 pitches going into this one.
That's
That's
lifted
trouble.
left. That may be trouble. Yeah. That's one of those little flares that goes into no man's land.
They all
Fluke
show up as they
single
hit.
For Gage Lee, and I'll take them all day long. Any coach in America would say that.
Hit it where they ain't.
So Gage Lee aboard with 1 out, brings up O'Neill.
Lee's got decent speed at first.
See how aggressive Coach Cole wants to get. Just got a piece with O'Neill, strike 1.
Just off of Gardner's helmet. Seems to be fine. The kid's a warrior back there.
Babin checks Lee over at first base. That's one of those throws where I know I'm not gonna get you out, but I'm just letting you know I know you're a threat to run.
Yeah, you got to keep them honest.
Take a look, see if I can take a little bounce out of those knees.
Sure.
Good pitch, little breaking ball there, sneaky.
Yeah, he's dealing, man. His breaking ball's been great all night.
And that caught that outside corner. Beautiful pitch for strike 2. That's high. They throw down and try to get Lee, and that ball goes out in the right field. Husser hustles it in, but Lee's able to get to second base. Runner in scoring position for O'Neill.
Yeah, that's a tough play. Gardner's just being aggressive, keeping that runner honest.
Well, it's beautiful when it works. You could pick him
Sure.
off down there sleeping,
He makes that throw 9 times out of 10.
but when he goes through the right field, it's trouble. Low and away to O'Neill. Two count. Oh, does that bring it full?
We're 2-2.
Yeah, 2-2. O'Neill swings through it. He's out. 2 down. And that brings up the leadoff hitter, Matthew Latino.
Matthews 0 for 2 going into this at bat, but he's hit the ball hard. He's the one that's laced one out to Mr. Husser earlier.
Matthews got power.
Oh, absolutely.
Strike 1 from Babin. Babin challenging him right there. Like you said, Lee's got wheels, so a little base knock should score him. Pickoff attempt. If Matthew can find a hole with this. Hammond desperately needing to crack the scoreboard.
Absolutely. If they got a shot, they got to start chipping away.
Now he swung. Yeah, that's going to be a foul ball.
Yeah. The breaking ball had him fooled. Came in on him.
5th inning is brought to you by Glendale Bridges, candidate for Parish Council, District 9. Our good buddy, Glendale Bridges. Outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Good job by Gardner to get outside and block that ball up, keeping Lee at second.
Another one low and away. Gardner doing his backstop impersonation.
Latino's a very consistent hitter. Rarely do you see him chase outside the zone.
In
Ball's
play.
in the zone.
That's going to find a hole. I don't think Lee will score on it, though. Latino with the hit to left field. That's one of them C&I ground balls. Got Lee to third, but not enough to get him in, which will bring up Tenorello. We've also seen Griffin hit it a ton.
Absolutely. He's 0 for 2 coming into this at bat with 1 strikeout, but he's one of the senior leaders of the team and always seems to hits the ball really, really hard.
Torres put together 2 hits here. Runners at first and third. 2 outs, and that is a called strike. Tenorello. High and outside. I tell you, Babin's a good-looking pitcher, Luke.
Man, he is. He works his zone. Very consistent.
A little high there. Brings the count to 2-1 to Tenorello.
That was his 68th pitch. So his pitch counts, again, manageable for this inning.
Of course, every time a pitcher does that, everybody yells ball.
Yeah. Bab's got 69 pitches, 43 for strikes.
Pretty efficient. That's the ball there. Count 3-1 to Tenorello.
This would be huge for the Tours if they could get Tenorello on.
Let's see what Babin goes for here.
Guarantee he's not going down.
To hit. Or he's going to throw it away. Yeah, he stayed away. He wasn't going to give him a meatball stroke.
No. He's too smart for that.
Now here's the situation. You got 3-0 Wave. And now you got arguably your best hitter. I believe Bell's hitting 429 or something to that effect.
He is. He does. He leads the team in batting average, RBIs, home runs. He's 2 for 2 on the evening.
Not quite the situation you want to be in when you play Hammond. But there is 2 outs. Outside is the pitch. 1 ball, no strikes. Bases are full of tornadoes. Bell gets a piece of that one, bringing the count to 1-1.
Maybe a little fatigue starting to set in. Just not as crisp as it was the first inning, but he's going to continue to battle and throw strikes, as we just saw.
Good pitch. He had Bell fooled on that one.
Yeah, he had good velocity on that fastball in the corner.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Bell.
This is a huge pitch for this game.
Up and away. 2-2.
Bell has been on fire as of late.
Gonna be looking for something to drive here. Just got a piece, and that's gonna roll foul.
Foul ball.
Top of this 5th inning, brought to you by Glendale Bridges, candidate for Parish Council District 9. Go to the polls, vote Glendale Bridges. 2-2 the count to Bell. And he delivers with a hit to left field. That scores Lee. That scores Latino. 2-run single by Kenny Bell. Torres finally able to break through, Luke.
Yeah, Bell's 3 for 3 on the evening. 2 RBIs there. Chips away. It's a brand new ball game.
Your new score, Green Wave 3, Hammond 2. Runners on first and second with John Francis to the plate. And he jumps on the first pitch and skies it to Teal for the 3rd out. But 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. Couple left on for the Tornadoes. And Luke, my brother, we got a ball game.
Yes, we do.
Hammond High able to get on the board, Luke, and we do have a pitching change into the game. Lionel Lusk that closes the book on Paris. 4 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 walks, and a strikeout.
Yeah, Lusk is a junior lefty.
Now I tell you, that thing was smoked back up the middle by Gardner, and he's going to be credited with a base hit. Bell's showing a lot of athleticism getting to that ball, but tough play nonetheless, and it's going to go down as a hit for Gardner.
Yeah, it was a base hit all day.
Gardner being the catcher, he's going to be a courtesy runner, and that is McMorris. And it brings Flynn to the plate. First pitch swinging. That's out there to center fielder Jacoby Thiel, or Corn as they call him. Got a little confusion. Green Wave caught Hammond napping. Ball goes to the backstop. Recorded the out by Thiel, so 1 out. But a heads-up Gardner makes it all the way around from first base to third. And that'll make a coach pull his hair out, Luke.
Yeah, that's sloppy, man. Overthrow your pitcher and nobody makes an attempt to get it. But, again.
Feel the batter. In a game like this, you cannot have. That's one of those errors that doesn't go down as an error.
Oh, I think that goes down as an error. That's the 6th on the evening for the Tornadoes.
Ball inside. I don't know how the ball got through. I don't even know who you call that on. Who does the error go to? Dupuis?
No, I'm pretty sure it was on the relay.
And the ball was just sitting back here by the backstop. Inside to Teal. That's going to be a strike. The thing was, the Hammond fans saw it. They were the ones screaming at the players, go get the ball.
Right. There was a throwing error, I think, by O'Neal, but a mental error by everyone for not going to get the ball.
Yeah, you got to communicate. So chance to pick up a run here by Teal. Dupuis blocks that up. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Teal's 0 for 2 on the evening. It's definitely an advantage to have a catcher that can block up the ball like that.
Outside to Teal. 3-1. Luss been greeted a little rudely by the Greenies. Foul ball. That'll give us a full count.
Luss doesn't have blazing speed. He works the corners. He's got breaking stuff.
And he's a lefty.
And he's a lefty. It's always a little bit funny when they throw it from that angle.
Teal hits that one in the air. It's not going to leave the infield. Bell calls for it. 2 outs.
Hammond wisely running the ball in after that play. I won't take any chances with a man on third.
Now to bring up Hunter Bailey, who's been responsible for some damage tonight.
Yeah, Bailey's 1 for 2 on the evening. Hit the ball hard. Another senior.
Tonight's 5th inning brought to you by Glendale Bridges. Candidate for Parish Council, District 9. Vote Glendale Bridges. Strike 1 to the batter. Bailey. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Your score, Ponchatoula 3, Hammond 2. Way outside. Count is 1-1. I do believe Lusk is the only southpaw Hammond has.
All right.
For pitching.
No, he's a junior.
I mean, is he the only lefty Hammond has?
Yes, correct,
Yeah.
correct, he is.
Yeah, Lusk took a long look in. Bailey called timeout.
Yeah, Les doesn't go to the plate with any great hurry. He takes his time up there. That's 3-0.
3-0 to Bailey. You could see where he let that pitch go, where it was going to sail.
He got 2 relatively quick outs. Just needs to make his adjustment.
He came back in and missed low. 4 pitches to Bailey, and Bailey's aboard with a walk. We got a pinch hitter here. That's the senior, Austin Grenier. And I tell you, I think he came in last inning. I believe he was doing the catching. I think he came in for
Gardner. Yeah, Grenier.
And Lusk balks, which will score McMorris, who was the pinch runner.
Yeah, Lusk balked on his move to first.
And will send Bailey down to second base.
It's a tough way to give up a run in a one-run game. Moves a runner to second in scoring position.
Ball gets away from Dupuy. Bailey down to third on the wild pitch. And they're going to have a little conversation at the mound. Looking down to my right.
Yeah, the Taurus have Marcelo Rodriguez getting up to warm.
Rodriguez going down to the pin. You're right. So Grenier is hitting in place of Peavy. Is that correct?
I believe so.
Foul ball. 2-2 is the count. Score is 4-2 Green Wave. Now, ball got loose over on the right timeout.
3-1.
3-1 is the count. To Grenier. It's going to be a foul ball.
Very welcome strike two for Lusk on the mound.
So full count to Grenier with Bailey at third base. Here in the bottom of the fifth inning, which is brought to you by our good buddy, Wendell Bridges, Parish Council District 9. Foul ball by Grenier.
This is a battle. Glendale Bridges is one of the most class individuals I've ever met.
No doubt. And that was a foul ball. Yeah, this is, you see this all the time. Foul, 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 foul.
Usually it doesn't work out too well for the pitcher. We'll see how it goes.
No, it doesn't. Long look in. Dupuy was going through the signals, and obviously there's a communication problem with Lusk as Rodriguez continues to warm down the bullpen.
Such a big pitch in this game. Want to make sure they're on the same page.
I wouldn't be surprised if Grenier gets on if we don't see a pitching change. Another foul ball. You know, Lusk's trying to nip that outside corner too, and Grenier's just being tough, and he's fouling him off.
Sure.
Good hitting by Grenier.
Absolutely. It's definitely a battle.
And that was hung outside. Grenier takes his base. And that brings the leadoff hitter, senior Chase Mack, to the plate.
Chase is 1 for 2 on the evening. He's got a walk.
Marcelo Rodriguez still warming down there. Outside, ball one. No, it's frustrating for Hammond fans. Is you just got back in this ball game, and now you run the risk of giving it right back. That's outside, ball two.
Yeah, Bus needs to make an adjustment here. He seems to be tailing everything off.
Well, I can guarantee if the bases go loaded here. Deep fly ball out there to Griffin Tenorello, who brings it in, ends the threat. But Green Wave pick up another run, which runs the score to Green Wave 4, Hammond High 2. Leading off the top of the 6th inning for the Tornadoes, Ashton Dupuis, Greer on deck. And Babin still on the mound. Nice bunt by Dupuis, but it does go foul.
Yeah, he almost snaked it down the line.
Strike one.
Dupuis 0 for 2 coming into this at-bat.
It's a unique art to play these lines, whether you're a first baseman or a third baseman. Watching that ball, know when to pick it up or let it go to get the result you want.
Yeah, third baseman did a great job there.
The ball's high. Babin continues to look strong from the bump. Nice breaking ball there.
Yeah, when he breaks off a breaking ball like that, you know, he's still pretty strong there.
That one just fell off the table.
That was his 80th pitch.
He tried it again. This is a slow roller. Could be trouble. And not in time. That's going to go down as a hit for Dupuis.
Yeah, kind of in a no man's land.
And Dupuis, the catcher, is going to have a pinch runner. I believe that's Joe Degro.
That's my boy, JoJo.
JoJo Degro running for Dupuis. Greer, the batter. Hit the ball hard tonight. I think he had a skylight fly ball and hit a single back in the first inning. He would definitely like to move his buddy Joe Degro around the bases.
Absolutely.
That ball's high.
Babin at 82 pitches, 51 for strike. Only giving up, I was giving up 7 hits on the evening.
Well, they checked Degro down there. Snap throw by Grenier, the new catcher. As we're going to have a visit to the mound. Just want to remind everyone we couldn't be doing this without our underwriters. That is the Hammond Knights and Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more, 1913 Southwest Railroad Avenue, across from the mall. Give my buddy Joey Marceau a call at 95-318-0900. That's Big Frog Custom T-shirts and more. We got us a good ball game, Luke.
Yes, we do. As always, these two teams always battle each other very well. Regardless of what their record is coming into this game, it's always going to be a battle royale.
A lot of respect for each other in this stadium.
Absolutely, and you know, both these teams have grown up playing each other, if not on the same team. So they know each other, they see each other, and they want to beat each other.
High to Greer. Brings the count to 3-0. Joe Degro down at first base. Nobody out here in the top of the 6th. Down Broadway, that's strike one to Greer.
With a 3-0 take there. I'll have the green light here if it's close.
Taking all the way. Turn him loose here. That was high. Ball 4. Greer takes a walk.
And we've got a pinch hitter.
Pinch hitter.
Mr. Marcelo Rodriguez.
This is Rodriguez, who was warming in the pen last inning.
One would venture to guess he's going to come in to replace Lusk on the mound after this inning's complete.
Lusk came in for Parise, and now Rodriguez will replace Lusk, so close the book on Lusk. Nobody
Huge
out.
for the Tornadoes.
Here on the top of the sixth, runners at first and second for the Tornadoes. Rodriguez takes ball one from Babin, who may be beginning to show signs of fatigue.
Yes, doesn't have the same bite that it did in earlier innings. I say that.
Yeah, good looking pitch. It wasn't cold, it was a good looking pitch.
Yeah, nice fastball, a little bit
2-0.
outside.
You know, as soon as you say something like that, they're gonna prove you wrong.
Well, Babin's been a stud pitcher all year. I expect nothing less than from him.
That's high. Well, and I guarantee you, no matter how this game shakes out at the end, the Ponchatoula coaching staff has to be extremely pleased with Babin's performance.
Absolutely.
There is no one warming up. Good point, Butch. That is going to be a called strike. 3-1. Rodriguez taking all the way there, just like Greer did. And I believe Coach Catalano will greenlight him here. Bunt.
And
beautiful bunt. How did a ball get loose? What? A ball got loose from the dugout down by Ponchatoula, came out onto the field. Nevertheless, beautiful bunt by Rodriguez. And that will go down as a single to load the bases. And another visit to the mound. Okay, we're back with a pitching change. Sagne in to pitch for Babin. Gage Lee is the batter for Hammond with the bases loaded, nobody out. McMorris into second base.
Lee's 1 for 2 on the evening.
Big Bender, Mom says a little high. 1-1 to Lee.
Yeah, Lee's 1 for the 2 for the evening with a hit, a run scored, and a strikeout.
Biggest threat of the night by the Tornadoes. Lee squares the bunt and doesn't get it. That's going to be strike 2. Babin was impressive. 5 innings, giving up 8 hits, 2 runs, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Of course, he is responsible for the 3 base runners out there now. Lee puts it in play.
I'll score
There's
one.
one.
Safe.
That's an error. It went into the dugout. They're going to give Lee second base, and that will score 2 runs. And JoJo Degro and Mason Greer come in. Or did all three? All 3 came in. Where's the other one? Oh, we got the force out. That's correct.
Yeah, it's a tough
Force
play.
out a second. They try to make the throw to first to get 2. Throw goes into the dugout, which awards Lee second.
And the second baseman just came in.
Degro and Greer score to tie the game 4-4 here in the top of the 6th inning. 1 out. And Brennan O'Neill, the hitter, against new pitcher Sagne.
Yeah, and the second baseman just came in.
So
prior
that
to
closes
pitch.
the book on Babin. Center field straight away by O'Neill, not deep enough to advance the runner. 2 outs, and that brings up Latino, the leadoff hitter.
Matthews 1 for 3 on the evening with a hit.
So charge all 4 runs to Babin, who had a great outing. That's on that outside corner. Hammond fans didn't like it, but he's called that before.
Yeah, it looked a little down from here, but, you know,
What do you
he's
think,
around
Buzz?
that
A little
zone.
low? Ponchatoula fans liked it, though.
Yeah, they did.
Strike one to Latino.
He fooled Latino on that
Waves at
breaking
that.
ball.
Yeah, he was goofed on that one. Strike two.
Latino's always a tough out.
Got a piece of that. Latino, a good hitter. One of the better hitters on this team.
Sure, he's
Uh,
one of the top batting average guys.
And he's always on base. He's got the speed. So the kid's just a good ball player. Got a piece of that.
Matthew's got what every coach loves, a high baseball IQ. He knows what's going on.
And that's what you got on both of these clubs. They're just good ball players. And they have that baseball mentality that you can't teach that.
Great baseball players, even better kids.
Outside. That gets past Grenier. And Lee gets down to third base. Go-ahead run is Lee. Griffin Tenorello on deck.
Sonia, one of the seniors that were honored here earlier this evening.
Outside. 2-2 the count. Slicing foul.
Oh, about a foot foul. Matthew Latino making me look good, saying he's a tough out.
Tell Mike Latino he can sit down now. It was foul.
Nothing in this
Matthew
game comes
Latino
easily.
being a tough out here at the plate. Piece of that. And we got another battle going on.
Eight pitch at bat.
Straight to the shortstop. Over to first. They're going to have to tag him. Teal puts the tag on Latino for the third out. And that will end the inning. Kind of wild and wacky top of the sixth inning. That ties the score 4-4. And I believe Griffin Tenorello will be coming in to pitch. Not Rodriguez as we anticipated.
That's correct.
Moving to the bottom of the sixth inning, the new pitcher for Hammond, number 9, Griffin Tenorello. Marcelo Rodriguez takes over his spot out in right field. And the batter is Saunier. Ball 1 to Saunier.
Sonia is 0 for 2 on the evening with a run scored and a walk.
There's that corner, strike 1.
And no big surprise there. Throw it where the umpire likes it. That's a shot.
That is hit a long way. John Francis out there. Out number 1, recorded by John Francis.
Now that is number 7, Colin Husser.
Here comes Colin Husser.
Husser's 1 for 3 on the evening.
Foul ball, strike 1.
Tenorello throws a lot of fastballs. He does have a breaking ball in his arsenal.
We saw Tenorello pitch against, I believe it was Slidell. Locked them down for 5 solid in a 10-run rule.
Absolutely.
So he has it in him for sure.
Yeah, it's Husser. That breaking ball hung up a little bit, and Husser crushed it out. Foul. to left field.
2 strikes on Husser. 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That's in the gap, and that's going to get through. Lee took a stab at it. It dribbled out into right field. Had Husser made his turn, he might have made it to second.
I don't know. It's a tough play.
Bell was chasing it down. Nevertheless, you got Husser at first base, 1 out in a tie ball game. So every runner is critical. And the cleanup hitter, Justin Hutches, comes to the plate.
2 for 3 on the evening. He's got an RBI and a run scored.
That pitch is outside, ball 1. So now this is fun baseball.
Absolutely. This is a war.
You look over to your right, you see all the purple and white. You look over to your left, you see all the green and white. Stands are packed, sunflower seeds being spit everywhere.
A lot of nerves right now.
Sky high into the Ponchatoula evening. Taken in by Karn Thiel out there. 2 outs. The John Robert Gardner comes to the plate.
John Roberts 1 for 3 on the evening with a strikeout. Again, another disciplined hitter for Ponchatoula.
Gardner, an excellent baseball player, and the good news is he'll be back next year.
That's correct.
Not one of the seniors in play tonight. Torello's pitch. Well, I tell you.
That's a
He
tough
has
spot.
Called it all night.
Tough spot, man.
1-1 to count to Gardner. That is stroked, but right at Rodriguez, who brings it in for the 3rd out, retiring the side. Score remains Ponchatoula 4, Hammond 4. We'll be back for the 7th inning. As Joe Satoon entertains the crowd with his version of the 7th inning stretch. Of course, we only play 7 innings here at this level. 4-4, Luke. We got what do we have? We have 2, 3, 4 in the lineup coming up in Tenorello, Bell, and Francis. If you had to handpick what part of the lineup you'd want in the 7th inning, that's probably pretty close.
Yeah, all these guys are tough outs.
Sonye still on the hill for the Green Wave.
That breaking ball is nasty.
That breaking ball just missed. Counts 1-1 to Griff. Foul ball. This is Ponchatoula Hammond baseball at its best.
Absolutely.
Fans are getting their money's worth tonight.
Tenorello's 0 for 2. He's got a walk and a strikeout.
He's looking at a 2-2 count here. Top of the 7th inning. And that's going to ring him up. Beautiful pitch by Sonye. 1 out. Bell had the huge two-run single last inning. Comes to the plate here. Sonye delivers. Strike 1 to Kenny Bell.
Bell's 3 for 3. 2 RBIs on the evening.
That's in the dirt for ball one. I'd like to remind everyone of our underwriters for tonight's game. Bridges Builders, Hammond Knights, Genies, It's All Good. Glendale Bridges candidate for Parish Council, District 9. And Big Frog Custom Tees and More as Kenny Bell reaches first. I believe we probably have to rule that one an E.
Yeah, it's an E5 all day.
Eric Charles to the third baseman. He got the throw off. Teal tried to field it.
E6, correct.
Didn't quite get it. E6, excuse me. That was on the shortstop. So Bell aboard. And John Francis is up. That's outside.
Francis is also 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. Bell is always a run threat. That's a tough out there. He won't get 2. Cross the.
Yeah. Out at first, John Francis. Trey Bell down to second on the fielder's choice.
Nice play by Chase Mack there.
Dupuy, the batter. Mack fielded that ball, took one look at Bell and realized he wasn't going to get him at second.
Yeah.
And threw it over to first to retire Francis. Dupuy from the left side, 2 outs. Runner at second and Kenny Bell. That is hit to straightaway center. Dying, but not enough as Hunter Bailey takes it in for the third out. We will go to the bottom of the 7th. Your score, Ponchatoula High Greenway 4, Hammond High Tornadoes 4. Hang on, folks. So here we go, folks. Bottom of the 7th inning. The home team, Ponchatoula Green Wave, at the plate. Flynn is the batter.
Flynn's 0 for 3, but he does have a RBI on the evening.
Swing and a miss there, bringing the count to 0-2.
Yeah, the bottom fell out of Tenerella's breaking ball there.
Tenerello still dealing for the Tours. That's way outside. Good pitch. You see that all the time. They're going to see if they're going to chase one.
Sure. It's a good way. Good waste.
Flynn, obviously a disciplined hitter, knew better. Came in a little low there. Ball 2.
Yeah, that one broke a little bit too much.
Not a bad pitch, though. I like that.
No. Probably would have struck me or you out.
Easily.
Yes, yes.
Outside, going to run it full. Now Flynn gets on. He represents the winning run. Foul ball. Greer giving chase along with Rodriguez. Not going to get there. Three balls, 2 strikes to Cody Flynn here in the bottom of the 7th inning at Athletic Park. Up in his face and a strikeout. Flynn goes down swinging. 1 out. That brings up 0-0 Teal. Still not sure how to call that number. We'll just call him number 0. Strike 1. Of course, Teal's anything but that. You can see tonight what an intricate part of this Greenway baseball team Teal is.
Absolutely.
Beautiful breaking ball by Tenerello.
Tenerella's dealing. Hitting his spots right now.
2 strikes to Teal. Dupuy set up outside. And I tell you, you saw Dupuy set up for that outside pitch. Tenerello hit him. Usually you get a ring up on that. Didn't happen. That one's way outside. 2-2 the count to Teal. Hammond faithful wanted that called strike, didn't get it.
Yeah, if I had to be a little critical, it's a little out.
Teal checked his swing. Full count again. And that's going to put him on. Teal represents the winning run for the Green Wave.
Looks like we have a pinch runner here.
They're going to bring in some speed. Let's see who comes in. I believe that's number 13.
Correct.
Number 13 will pinch run for Teal. That is Connor Tweedy.
Now batting, number 9, Hunter Bailey.
So Tweedy at first.
Tweedy's an all-around good baseball player. Got to see him play a little bit this summer with my son Mason.
Hunter Bailey, the batter. 1 out. 4-4. Bottom of the 7th. Tenorello delivers. Bailey bunts it foul.
Bailey's 1 for 2 on the evening with a walk. Hey, guess what? He's a senior.
It's hard to miss.
Yeah.
Out here, when it comes to Ponchatoula, you throw a rock, you hit a senior. Nice bunt, nice bunt. Greer did not have a play. Greer fielded the ball. They were not going to get Bailey, who was hustling down the line. That's going to go down as a hit, bunt single for Bailey. Moving the pinch runner, Tweedy, down to second base. Of course, Bailey's run doesn't matter. What matters is Tweedy out at second. That's the one you got to stop from coming home.
Looks like we got a pinch hitter.
We have another pinch hitter. This is going to be number 19, Gabe Peavy. No. Is that right? Or he's a re-enter. Yeah, this is Peavy. Peavy's a re-enter. He was subbed out back in the 5th inning, I believe.
Peavy's 0 for 2 on the evening.
So Peavy at the plate. Foul ball, strike 1.
Hammond's playing the corners in.
Well, you got to defend the doubles. Peavy squares the bunt. Interesting strategy, but it worked last time.
Goes in a hole 0-2 though.
That is true. 0-2 hole for Peavy. Runners on first and second, 1 out. Way up in the sky. Dupuis tracks it down. What a play by Dupuis, and what a huge out for Hammond.
It is so tough to go from a crouch position as a catcher to come straight up and find that ball in the night. Before it hits the fence, before it hits the ground, it's just a great play.
Yeah, you said a mouthful. He's up against that fence. So many distractions right there. He's able to keep his focus and catch that ball.
They can turn around and check the runner up, make sure they get to third.
So great play by Dupuis, the catcher, for the second out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Tweedy, the winning run out there at second base. The batter, Chase Mack, leadoff hitter. That is outside for ball 1.
Mack is 0 for 3 in the evening, but he has a walk and a run scored. He reached on an error in the first. To a hard hit ground ball to third.
Yeah, that was one that Lee had to play off of his chest. And that's going to be an easy play for Gage Lee. Not off his chest that time.
No.
Chase Mack grounds out to Gage Lee, who corrals it, steps on third for the force out, getting Tweety, and that retires the side. So we are going into bonus baseball.
Free baseball.
Yeah, free baseball. That'll be inning number 8 tonight. And that inning sponsored by Butch Lee. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Here we go, 8th inning. Leading off the top of the 8th, Mason Greer. Rodriguez on deck. Greer hits the first thing he sees and skies it to right field. It's going to be Hustler for the catch and the out. While we have a quick second, we are in bonus baseball. And just for myself, I'd like to dedicate. We had Darren Landry on with us earlier. I'd like to dedicate this inning to the memory of his brother, Charlie Landry.
Absolutely.
Rodriguez down the left field line, foul.
Back to your point, Charlie Landry was one of the fiercest competitors to ever come through this parish. Even though he's younger than me, I always seem to look up to Charlie, and I know his fellow competitors, no matter who they played for, looked up to him.
Yeah, I kind of feel like he's here enjoying this ball game.
Yeah. Charlie was bigger than life.
1-1 to Rodriguez. Sagne, the pitcher, and that gets away from Grenier. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out here in the top of the 8th.
Rodriguez is 1 for 1 on the evening.
Yeah, he entered the game on the pitching change and came in and abruptly got a hit.
Yeah, he almost had another hit down the left field. Out left field, but got a little ahead of it.
That's to the second baseman. Over to Teal for the out. That's 2 down. And the senior Gage Lee comes to the plate. Gage just made that critical third out for Hammond in the bottom of the 7th.
Gage 1 for 3 with an RBI run scored and a strikeout on the evening. One of the seniors for the Tornadoes.
High. Ball 1. High. Ball 2.
Lee's had some very timely hits this year.
Inside ball 3. Lee will be taking all the way, I would assume.
Absolutely.
O'Neal waits on deck. That is a 4-pitch walk to Gage Lee, bringing up number 7, second baseman O'Neal.
Now batting number 7, Brennan O'Neal.
Now we've seen O'Neal. He's got a lot of pop in his bat, Luke.
Yeah.
And Coach Catalano making a change here. It's going to be a pinch runner.
That's number 3, Colin McAndrew.
Colin McAndrews to pinch run for Gage Lee.
Pinch running number 3, Colin McAndrew.
McAndrew is a freshman who has made it to this team through hard work and heart.
That boy, Colin.
Brennan O'Neal has some of the best hands on the team. very quick to the ball.
Right up the middle.
As you see right there.
I tell you, he hit it on the button. Sonye was able to knock it down and get the speedy O'Neal over at first base to retire the side. And that'll do it for him.
Okay.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Sonye looks to be okay after being hit by
Yeah,
the
looked like he got it off the shin. As we go to the bottom of the 8th inning, your score remains Ponchatoula 4, Hammond 4. Bottom of the 8th. Sonye, the batter. Griffin Tenorello still on the bump for the Tornadoes. You can cut the tension here with a knife. Late call on that.
A little bit up, but in there, obviously.
Strike one to Sonye.
Sonye is over 3 with a run and a walk.
High foul ball off to the left side of us. That'll be 0-2 to Sonye.
Tenorello's really done a good job coming in and throwing strikes in relief.
Yeah, I mean, Greenway really had a few things rolling late against Paris, and then with Lusk back in that 5th inning, and Tenorello's come in and locked him down. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Sonye. That's a good piece of hitting right there.
Yes.
He was not going to let Tenorello have that outside corner. He just stuck his bat out, got a piece. Good job by Sonye.
Coach Catalano's showing how much this game means. Typically, Tenorello's a starting pitcher.
Jammed him. Kenny Bell has a beat on it and retires Sonye. Out number 1. That brings up the big man, Colin Husser.
Husser's 2 for 4 in the evening.
Believe it or not, Husser is not one of these seniors tonight, so he'll be a returning player for the Green Wave, which I'm sure Coach Brechtel's happy about that. Nice breaking ball by Tenorello for strike 1.
Yeah, Husser's a big, healthy, athletic-looking kid.
Swings right through it for strike 2. That was, he was trying to hit that one to A-Mead, I believe.
Yeah.
So if he'd have connected, throwaway pitch from Tenorello. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Tenorello seems to set up every time. He goes 2 strikes and then a ball.
Ponchatoula does have someone warming down there in the bullpen. I can't make out a number. Husser sticks his bat out, and Thiel is able to make the catch out in right center.
It's a good play by
Calling off
Fielder.
Rodriguez, yeah. Is that Thiel still out there, Luke?
Pardon?
Thiel's the one still out there, center, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. But you saw them converging. It was Rodriguez and Thiel converging, and obviously the communication took over, and Thiel makes the catch for the second out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Called strike to the cleanup hitter, Justin Hutches.
Hutchins is 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run score in the evening.
And that is hammered into the gap and gets to the wall, rolling around. John Francis finally corrals it and gets it into Kenny Bell. I thought that might have been a game ender right there, Luke.
Yeah, I lost it up against the white sign. I thought it was. Fortunately for the Tornadoes, it stayed in the park, and Francis was able to get it back to the infield.
So Hutchins delivers the 2-out double to deep left center.
Yeah, he crushed that, absolutely crushed that baseball.
Bringing up Gardner
Moves Hutchins 3 for 4 on the evening.
Winning run on second base.
Looks like we have a pinch runner coming in.
They're going to bring in some wheels for Hutchins. The runner, number 22, Braylon Monaster, takes over for Hutchins at second base. And now Monaster represents the winning run for the Green Wave.
Monaster is another solid kid. Watched him play for a couple of years now.
2 outs. John Robert Gardner is the batter. Strike one.
Gardner's 1 for 4 in the evening with a strikeout. But always a tough out.
Dupuis sets up outside. Right at Kenny Bell.
Line drive out.
He smothered it, showed it to the umpire, and that is an out. Gardner hit it hard, but it was right at Bell for the third out. So your score remains tied 4-4. I'd like to take a second to thank once again all of our underwriters, Bridges Builders, of course, our buddies in the Hammond Knights, Genies, it's all good. Glendale Bridges, candidate, Paris Council District 9, and Big Frog Custom Tees. We thank you so much. We could not be on the air. You wouldn't be seeing this great ball game without those folks. As we approach 9 o'clock on the dial, we come to the top of the 9th inning. Matthew Latino to lead off against Sanye. Swing and a miss. Well, he did get a piece.
Latino's 1 for 4 in the evening with a run scored. He's hit the ball sharply.
I see some action in the Hammond bullpen. I can't make out a number. Latino, the batter, Tenorello on deck.
That appears to be Brennan O'Neill in the bullpen.
O'Neill warming in the Hammond bullpen. Foul ball from Latino. And almost delivers a souvenir to his dad.
Yeah, wasn't far.
No balls, 2 strikes. Outside. Good discipline by Latino. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That's hit hard, but right at the second baseman. Over to Teal.
Yeah, it took a nice candy hop.
4-3. 1 out.
Now batting number 9, Griffin Tenorello.
Tenorello, the batter.
Tenorello's 0 for 3 on the evening. He's got a walk. He struck out a couple times.
Kenny Bell, the third, over on the on-deck circle. 1 ball, no strikes to Griff. Little high. Ball 2. There's that corner. Sanye found it.
Kind of a borderline strike there. But in the area he's been calling all evening.
Foul ball. That evens the count at 2-2. Just got a quick second to talk about our Red Sox. Got off to an awful start. But now that they've come home to Fenway, I think they're finally starting to get back in the groove. That's over to Hutchins, the third baseman. Fires across the diamond of teal to retire Tenorello in the second out.
Yeah, before coming out tonight, noticed that Chris Davis, who was 0 for 50, has been insane against the Red Sox.
I saw that. It was like the longest 0 for streak ever.
No longer.
Kenny Bell fouls off the first pitch he sees. Strike one. 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning.
Bell can't tie this with one swing of the bat.
He waited on that breaking ball, but it's hit straight away to center field. Out there to Hunter Bailey, who retires Bell and the side. As we go on to the bottom of the 9th inning, your score, Green Wave 4, Tornadoes 4.
You want a great baseball game, you got it.
Cody Flynn, the batter for Green Wave. Yeah, it's getting past everyone's bedtime out here. There is a Luna moth on the field. That's right, a Luna moth.
The umpire gave Flynn the opportunity.
Can you focus in on that, Butch?
Cut on it.
Folks, that is a Luna moth. If you don't believe me, look it up.
Thank you, baby.
And it's distracting Flynn. Thank you. My sister-in-law brings us some beverages. And Tenorello delivers a strike to Flynn. It's in the dirt for ball one.
Flynn's over 4 tonight, but he does have an RBI.
As our Luna moth tries to make its escape. And leave it to Mr. Teal. Do you get that, Butch? Teal's been all over the field tonight, even catching Luna moths. Up the middle. Base hit by Flynn. Now, you know, if Ponchatoula pulls this game out, just like the LSU had the
rally monkey?
No, they had the rally squirrel or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If Ponchatoula pulls this game out, they're going to have a rally Luna moth.
Like we got a pinch runner.
Pinch runner for Flynn.
17.
Pinch running for Flynn is number 17. That's Elijah Winters. So Winters represents the winning run for Ponchatoula.
Now batting number 0, Nick Teal.
Moth killer Nick Teal to the plate.
They're still flying around it.
Teal's 0 for 3 with a walk in the evening.
Squares the bunt. That is foul.
And the moth lives on.
That's unbelievable.
Well,
Well,
the way
this-
you look
this-
at it's going to be good luck for somebody.
This is what happens when you get into the 9th inning of a ball game. Teal squares the bunt again, outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Teal.
All right, 2 hours and 31 minutes on this game as we crack the 9 o'clock hour.
Ooh, that is getting close to your bedtime, huh, Butch?
Huh?
Outside. 2-1.
Guarantee you my wife's in bed.
Well, Luke, I know Mama was watching this thing on Game Changer, but I promise you, she's gone off to bed by now.
Oh, yeah. I'll have to call and tell her about it tomorrow.
Teal gets it down. Good bunt. Tenerella's only play is to Greer at first. 1 out. Beautiful sack bunt by Nick Teal, who has been a monster player tonight for the Green Wave.
Selfless player.
Hunter Bailey to the plate. 1 out. Bottom of the ninth.
Bailey's making the most of his senior night. He's 2 for 3 on the evening with a walk.
Winning run out there at second in Elijah Winters. Tenerella gets the call from Dupuis. And that's to deep, not too deep. That's not going to be enough to move him. Field takes it in for out number 2. Bailey got a bat on it, but not quite deep enough to move Winters over to third. Which brings up the left-hand batter, Peavy.
Peavy's
2 outs, 1 on, I'm sorry.
Peavy's 0 for 1 coming into this at-bat.
Tenerella gets ahead in the count. 0-1.
This is an all-out battle.
Inside pitch, beautiful by Tenerello. There just wasn't much he could do with that pitch. It was on that inside corner. Great pitch by Tenerello.
Griffin hit a spot there.
0-2 is the count. Dupuis sets up outside. And time is called.
I actually probably helped Tenerella there. The ball was outside.
Yeah. Peavy called timeout before the pitch. Dupuis again setting up outside. Foul ball. We saw that ball tailing back in towards the plate.
Yeah, Tenerella's working all of his pitches, his breaking stuff, and his fastball.
Peavy checked his swing. No swing is the call.
I don't think he went.
I couldn't tell from here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Tenerella stares in. Peavy hits it high in the air, tailing out of play. Greer gave it a look, but just out of his reach. Jammed him inside. No one's going to get to that one either. Foul ball. This is why I'm a baseball fan.
Yeah.
I love this.
Everybody's hanging on every pitch.
Late, but this is what baseball is all about. And it's almost a shame there has to be a loser in a game like this, But I hate ties.
Oh, we're not tying tonight.
Peavy skies it. Oh, Almost a miscommunication out there between Kenny Bell and Gage Lee. Lee makes the catch and the third out, which retires the side, which sends us to the 10th inning.
Reset that scoreboard.
They have to reset the scoreboard. Into the top of the 10th inning we go. The batter is John Francis, number 1, facing number 1, Sanye. The pitch. Foul ball right back at us.
Francis is over 3 on the night with a walk.
I venture to say he's due. That's going to find a hole. Leadoff single here in the top of the 10th by John Francis.
A tight game. It's always an advantage to get that leadoff runner aboard.
Did I say he was due?
You did.
I did say he was due.
Maybe you get lucky every now and then.
Left-hand hitter Dupuy to the plate. John Francis represents the go-ahead run.
Dupuy's 1 for 4 on the evening.
In this war we're watching right now. Now Dupuy squared. I'm not sure if he called him because he didn't get the bat back or he caught the corner.
No, I guess he didn't.
So he didn't get the bat back. So 0-1 to Dupuy. There's the bunt. Beautiful bunt by Dupuy. Now he will be retired. Sonier to McMorris for the sac bunt out. John Francis down to second base with 1 out. And that brings up the first baseman, Mason Greer.
Mason's 1 for 3 on the evening with a single that he got back in the first inning.
I don't know,
popped
folks.
out every other.
I can feel the nerves coming from my right up here.
Yeah.
One strike to Greer. Inside pitch, beautiful pitch by Sanye. Greer looks at strike 2. Off Sonier's glove. Tough play with second baseman. Safe at first base is Greer. Teal picked up his foot. When Teal fielded that ball, his foot came up, and that's what the umpire saw, which made Greer safe, moving Francis over to third. And we're going to have a little conversation here. Johnny Brechtel did not like that call. I would argue it too, but I know why it was made. The ball was there in plenty of time. There was some contact down there, but the base runner is allowed to the line. To the baseline. If there was contact and Teal's foot came up, that base belongs to the runner. Instant replay verifies the call. I know that's not a popular call with the Green Wave fans, but I do believe it was the right call. Not being biased that it's my nephew.
It was close.
It was close.
Very, very close. Talk to the
and now we're going to have a conversation out there. But we got a second. Let's talk about LSU. You know, this isn't the team we're used to seeing. They just lost a series to in the snow up in Missouri over the weekend. Lost. Not only did they lose 2 out of 3, they got pummeled yesterday with 11 runs. This touted pitching staff, Luke, that they were supposed to have is just not getting the job done.
Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't work out the way you want it to. You know, Coach Maneri's, in my opinion, the best in the country. Year in, year out, gets recruits, gets talent, you know, you can only do so much and put them in a position to be successful. And, you know, at the end of the day, it's up to the kids, you know.
Well, if anyone can get it right, it'd be Coach Maneri. I mean, his track record's proven. Now, we have seen that before, where we saw a shaky Tiger team get to about mid-season, and all of a sudden it comes together, and they catch fire. Let's hope that happens for the Tigers. But credit some local schools, Northwestern, Southern, McNeese knocking off the Tigers.
Sure.
The batter is Rodriguez. Greer at first. Francis at third. One out here in the top of the 10th inning.
Rodriguez is 1 for 2 on the evening. He laced a ball out to left field earlier.
Sagne still dealing from the bump. That's going to be a strike. Nice pitch there. 1-1. Now, Greer's got to have blazing wheels over there, right?
Absolutely.
How has he not run yet?
I don't know.
Attempted bunt. That's foul. Brings the count to 1-2.
It's like Sanya's going to throw him up at breaking balls and see if he can square in a bunt. Always makes it a little bit tougher.
Greer was on the move. Rodriguez called out. Greer moves down to second.
Bring up senior.
Things are starting to get a little testy.
Yeah. Gage is 1 for 3 with a walk, a strikeout, and a run scored.
Second and third for the Tornadoes. 2 outs. Gage Lee, strike one. Brennan O'Neill waits on deck. Someone is warming in the Ponchatoula pen. No action in the Hammond pen. 1-1 the count to the senior Lee. 2 outs, top of 10. Nice pitch by Sagne. That outside corner has been called all night.
Yep, you got to protect against it, especially if he's going to call it.
1 ball, 2 strikes to Gage Lee. And there it is again. And the punch out, strike 3 called, which gets Sagne out the jam and out the inning. Tornadoes leave 2 ducks on the pond. As we go to the bottom of the 10th, we play on here at Athletic Park. Leading off the bottom of the 10th inning for the Green Wave, the leadoff batter, Chase Mack. As Tenorello continues to pitch for the Tornadoes. Big cut at that. And, you know, Luke, they brought in Sagne, they brought in Tenorello, and then this game just went, it's like a chess match. It's move, counter move.
It is.
Big chopper to Gage Lee. Over to Greer with the stretch, and that retires Mack for out number 1.
That's a big out. Mac has a tendency of getting on base pretty consistently.
And now you have pitcher versus pitcher here. Sagne with a chance to win it for himself.
Indeed.
And I tell you, a few more feet to the right, that'd have been a good way to start.
Indeed.
Instead, foul ball, strike 1 to Sagne. Not too many folks have left.
Oh, no, it's still pretty packed.
Beautiful pitch by Tenorello.
Breaking
Sagne
ball.
waved at it. He had no choice. He had to go after it.
Breaking
2
ball
strikes.
kept going outside and he chased it.
Yeah, it just kept going. He went out there and went after it. That sailed high.
A little bit up.
1-2 the count to Saunier. That came in low. 2-2 the count. That's low. Filling the count up 3-2. Now, Luke, these two teams will square off again in 2 days. Is that correct?
Correct.
In Hammond.
Wednesday night.
This game's a sign of what's to come.
God help us.
A number foul.
Yes, Wednesday night at Hammond High School, the JV will play at 4, and the varsity will play at 6:30.
And that will be Ponchatoula's last regular season game of the year, I do believe.
Correct.
That is going to be a walk. Hammond will have one more game traveling to Walker to close out their season.
That's correct. They're gonna make up a rain-out game from earlier in the season.
Now, Saunier goes down to first on a walk, which brings up the big man, Colin Husser.
2 for 5 on the evening.
Winning run at first base for the Green Wave. Outside. Makes you wonder if Tenerella's going to stay away from him here. I don't think he'll back down from him, but he probably doesn't want to give him anything fat to hit. You see Dupuis set up outside. Straight up in the air. Dupuis sheds the mask and makes the catch. Nice job by the catcher for Hammond, Ashton Dupuis. Not from Albany, from Brobridge. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 10th inning. Your score is tied at 4. The batter, number 8, the cleanup hitter, Justin Hutches, who hit one an inning or two ago that I thought was going to end the game. And from our perspective, it must have bounced high off the wall. Ended up being a stand-up double for Hutches once John Francis got it thrown back into the infield.
Hutchins is 3 for 5 on the evening with an RBI and a run scored. He is a tough out.
He would love to be the hero here. Outside, ball 1.
Good thing both of these teams have a day off tomorrow to rest and recoup after this one.
But I don't. Saunier was off with the pitch. Hit and run.
Yeah, they're getting aggressive. It's late.
Hutchins fouled it off. Let's see if Saunier breaks again.
Greer's holding him on.
Timeout call. This kind of reminds me, and Luke, I'm sure you'll remember, and most people our age will, growing up playing ball over at Steyer Field and whatnot. Before we had time limits on games, we see some of those games go to midnight.
Absolutely.
Innings long. Ball gets by Dupuis, sending Saunier down to second base. Oh, yeah, we just go back and forth all night long, and there was no time limit.
The golden days of baseball.
And it's games like this that hurt. When you lose them, they hurt.
Absolutely.
Timeout called again because you've given everything you have. Team effort. Everyone's contributing. Yeah, you're on pins and needles all night, and you just don't want to let this one get away.
No doubt.
Deep to left, under it is Francis, who makes the catch. retiring side. And we will go to the 11th inning, much to the joy of Butch Lee. And we're in the top of the 11th inning here at Athletic Park in Ponchatoula, Louisiana. Leading off that top of the 11th is number 7, the second baseman, Brennan O'Neill.
Yeah, if this game goes much longer, might have to go make a coffee run.
High and tight to O'Neill, takes ball 1. Want to take a second just to thank our underwriters once again. Y'all are getting bonus coverage, folks, and I'm not charging you extra. No way.
What?
Bridges Builders. Swing and a miss. Hammond Nights, Genie's, breakfast and brunch, it's all good. The Hammond Nights, Glendale Bridges, candidate for Parish Council District 9, and Big Frog Custom Tees. Thank you, folks, so much. I mean, look at the game. Look at the game that you're attached to. This is epic.
Yeah. We also want to thank our brother from another mother, Darren Landry, for stopping by and talking to us about the Charlie Landry Foundation.
Indeed. Called third strike. O'Neill goes down. Sanye Dillon. How many strikeouts he have, Luke? Matthew Latino, the batter.
Sonia, that was his third strikeout of the night.
Third strikeout since coming in the 5th. Ball 1 to Latino. Tenorello on deck. Swing and a miss by Matthew Latino. 1-1 the count.
Latino's 1 for 5 with a run scored.
Line drive. Out. 2 up, 2 down.
And the battle rages on.
Tenorello, the batter. 2 outs, top of 10, top 11, excuse me. That's outside, ball 1. Yeah, I forgot to tell you, we don't get potty breaks up here.
Yep, I've noticed.
To the second baseman, over to Teal for the out. 3 up, 3 down. Tours go quietly in the top of the 11th. We play on into the bottom of the 11th. Green Wave coming to the plate. Leading off the bottom of the 11th is that guy again, John Robert Gardner. Tenorello still pitching for the Tornadoes. Outside, ball 1.
John Roberts 1 for 5 on the evening.
Outside, Gardner checked his swing, 2-0. That one headed to Kenny Bell. Scoop and throw to Greer. Out is the call. Gardner out. Which brings to the plate number 28, Cody Flynn.
Number 28, Cody Flynn.
Flynn has 1 for 5 on the evening with a RBI and a strikeout earlier in the game.
Luke, what are the hit totals for both teams at this point?
Ponchatoula has 9 hits, and Hammond has 10, so very evenly matched.
9-10, a 4-4 ball game. They pretty even on in the E column as well.
No. Hammond has 6 errors to Ponchatoula's 4.
Foul ball. 10 errors in a ball game. That's a lot.
It is a lot. Boys hit the ball hard.
I don't think we've seen an error for the last few innings. That ball in the air. That's out to Rodriguez. Who retires Flynn with a second out. And strolling to the plate, Nick Teal.
Teal had a successful bunt last at bat.
Base is empty for Teal. A little low for ball 1. Well, and look at the bright side, guys. The folks get to hear our voices just a little longer. Scalded base hit by Teal. Line drive to left field.
I think at this point they're tired of hearing our voices.
Think of the quality entertainment they're getting.
That's right.
I mean, you can't put a price tag on this stuff.
Looks like we're going to have a...
We had a Luna moth. We talked about having to go to the bathroom. Butch's bedtime.
The struggle is real.
And do we have a pinch hitter?
Now batting number 6.
I believe we do.
Logan Berger.
Number 6. Logan
Berga.
Logan Berga. I will be hitting for, I believe, Hunter Bailey. Is that correct? Yeah.
Coach Bechtel's pulling out all the stops.
First pitch swinging. 0-1 to Verga. Way outside. Pitch from Tenorello. 1-1 to count.
That was Tenorello's 78th pitch.
So his pitch count climbing. Another hack by Verga. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count. 2 outs. Teal at first.
Yeah, essentially Tenorello and Sonia have come in and pitched an entire game.
Yeah. We are in the bottom of the 11th. Pitch. Strike. 3 outs. Side retired. After 11 full innings, your score, Ponchatoula 4, Hammond 4, Tornadoes coming to the plate. And as we go to the top of the 12th inning, we have a new pitcher on the bump for the Green Wave, and that's number 2, Ben Johnston. Gardner back behind the plate. Sanye back at second base. So a few changes there for the Green Wave. Kenny Bell to lead off the top of the 12th here. Luke, you got the story on Sanye.
Sanye went 6 innings, gave up 2 hits, 0 runs, 0 earned runs, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts.
Well done by that young man.
71 pitches, 49 for strikes.
That is something to be proud of right there.
Absolutely, especially in relief.
Nice movement on that pitch. 1-1 to Bell. That one hit a mile high out to the center fielder, Bailey. I believe that's number 9 out there. 1 out. They're on the top of the 12th, which brings John Francis to the plate.
Francis is 1 for 4 with a walk.
Ashton Dupuy on deck. That is hammered. It's not deep enough. Bailey brings it in for the second out. Francis gave it a ride.
Yeah, he hit it to the deepest part of this field.
That'll bring the left-handed hitting Dupuy to the plate. 2 outs here in the top of the 12th.
Boy, they got some antsy people on these stands, man.
Still a lot of people here. Not too many have left. Good-looking pitch.
It's high school baseball at its finest.
1 ball, no strikes. Oh, absolutely. Watch the stands at Hammond High in 2 days. Because I promise you, the Hammond fans will be there, and the Ponchatoula fans are going to come in truckloads.
Oh, Ponchatoula always supports their team, no matter where they play.
Good pitch by Johnston there, bringing the count to 2-1 to the catcher, Dupuy. Dupuy fights that off. 2-2 the count. Greer waits on deck. Chopper to the second baseman. Easy play. And retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, no whammies. And we go to the bottom of the 12 with your score still tied at 4. So here we go, bottom of the 12. It's just you and me right now. Butch, Luke had to go see a man about a horse. Tinarello still pitching for the Taurus. I never understood what that meant. But, I mean, I know what it means, but I don't understand. Whatever. I'm tired. You're getting cramps. He had to go see the horse. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike to the batter. I'm not sure who it is because I misplaced my notes.
Oh, you must have found the horse.
That's Gabe Peavy. Who squares again low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Peavy squared again, was able to get out of the way of that pitch, making the count 3-1. What'd the guy say about that horse?
It's all good.
Okay. That's a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes. We go a few more innings, and I'm going to have to go see the same fellow. Full count to Peavy. Inside, ball 4. Peavy aboard. Which brings up the leadoff hitter for the Green Wave. Senior, number 20, shortstop, Chase Mack.
Max 1 for 5 with a walk for the evening. but he has a lot of power.
Let's see how aggressive Coach Brechtel wants to get here with Peavy on first. There's the bunt. Beautiful bunt. That was it. Did they call him safe?
Yeah, he was safe. Greer dropped the ball at first.
The ball was dropped at first base.
It was a bang-bang play.
Tenorello scooped and chucked it to Greer. Greer must have dropped it at that point. So safe at first. I was watching the umpire. He was all ready to ring him up for the out. Nevertheless, Chase Mack's aboard with a bunt single. And the Green Wave have runners at first and second with nobody out. And Coach Cole Catalano has him on the mound to have a chat.
What's the chances of the next batter throwing ball?
I'd say it's a pretty good chance. They've had a lot of success with the bunt tonight. And we have, who's coming up here? Is that Sagne? It is. Cole Sagne to the plate, who's got wheels. So it would not surprise me a bit if Sagne lays one down with no outs. Of course, at this point, the only run that counts is the one out at second base.
Sonia is 1 for 4 on the night with 2 walks.
If Mr. Peavy crosses this plate, this one's in the books. There's the bunt. That's foul.
Coach Catalano is bringing the corners in.
Now, Tenerella's pitch placement is very important here.
Absolutely.
I mean, he knows what's coming, so he's got to put this ball in the right spot to get the result he wants.
Typically, you'll see a pitcher throw the ball up here to induce the pop-up. But let's see how they play it. Greer's in it.
Greer's way in. Lee's a little further back than Greer is. And they go right at collision at first base. Play at the plate. And this one's in the books. O'Neal and Sagne collide at first base. And before O'Neal could get to his feet to throw the ball, a very alert Gabe Peavy sprinted for the plate and beat the throw.
You're not going to see a better baseball game.
No, not at all. No losers in this one. Great ball game. Well-deserved win by the Green Wave. It would have been well-deserved had it gone the other way. So this was a long one. If you want to, I'm sure there'll be another great one here in about 2 days. And if this is a sign of things to come between these two clubs, hang on to your hats. Great crowd, great night here at Athletic Park. I will announce the final score. I do want to say thank our sponsors one more time. Since we did go 12 innings tonight, I said sponsors. I was supposed to say underwriters, and I apologize. Bridges Builders. That's Glendale Bridges. Need a custom home built? Give Glendale a call. Our friends, the Hammond Knights. Genie's, breakfast and brunch. It's all good. Glendale Bridges. Candidate, District 9, Parish Council. And my buddy Joey Marceau at Big Frog, Custom Tees and more. Thank you for underwriting this program to put it on the air. I'm pretty sure the folks are going to enjoy it. So for the immortal one, Butch Lee, my brother Luke Greer, happy birthday, bro.
Thanks. Still mom's favorite.
I'm Matt Greer. Our final score here from Athletic Park. Ponchatoula Greenway 5. Hammond High Tornadoes 4. We'll catch you next time.